Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to another stream. Today we're working away once again on Nagce Valley, and as the title suggests, we are filling up the bunker because Bob changed the bunkers out, so we'll be doing a little bit of work with that, and yeah, we'll see how this goes for today. That looks good, looks good. Looks a little dark. There we go. Let's go ahead and put some grass down. I think we're okay. I think Guyver and Spudder is working away on the that bunker over there, making sure it's nice and levels. But we're gonna be putting some grass down over here on this one just to make sure we got enough. So because the bunkers have been changed, we're gonna go ahead and just try and hit these bunkers up a little bit and see how it works out. Hello, greetings, Welsh gaming guys. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. There we go. And greetings, Captain. Hope you're doing well. I'm filling my bunker too. Nice. Yeah, so we did a little bit of mowing this morning, and now we're just doing a little bit of filling the bunker here. Because we are just double checking to make sure things work here. I parked my ATS truck to watch this. LOL. That's true. Shouldn't be watching TV while you're driving. Nice. What are you driving in ATS right now, Mike? Alright. Let's go ahead and hit this up over here. Hello. Greetings. I'm sitting in the new wheel loader waiting for a tractor to come back from the field. Nice. Did I miss the entrance? Oh, I totally did. Let's make a little turn. Manure day. Ah, nice. So you're the one filling the manure, and Courseplay is the one that's applying the manure. Nice. Farmer, how's it going? Manure day. Alright, let's go back into this field we have right here, and just continue collecting our grass. Just got the game. Ah! What made you, I guess you got it during the Steam sale. Excellent. ATS. Did you get the bundle, Mike, or did you get just the game itself? I always recommend the bundles. It is indeed a private server, as the name suggests in the title, as well as a little sign down the bottom there. See the screen? Some people do, some people don't. Yeah, it's a good Saturday morning so far. It's going to be a nice day outside, actually. Although it's supposed to rain later on today, so I don't know what's up with that. Reading is hard. Sometimes it can be, depending on what you're reading. But, alright, let's get this working here. As you can see, we have lots of money. We're just testing the map once again, just to make sure things working properly. So far, everything seems to be working right. I got the game and the heavy cargo. Yeah, that's definitely the one you want to get. I got the. I think there was a couple of wheel turning ones that are nice to get too, but not necessary by a long shot. So, Steam Summer Sale, nice. Yeah, I have to look to see if there's anything I don't have. I have most of the. I think I have almost all the DLC for ETS, all the good ones at least. I don't have all the specific countries because it doesn't make any sense. But I was hoping that there would be some of the DLCs for Plus Gold expansion for FS15. Okay, cool. That's a good one. With Sosnovka in it and all that equipment in there. Yeah, that's a good one. There we go. Let's head back to the BGA here. I like the new bunkers though, they're nice and big. They look really nice. I have tea, I've already had my coffee allowance for today, so to speak. Because I had 2 cups of coffee this morning already, in quick succession. And when you don't drink coffee every day, 2 cups in quick succession is kind of interesting because you notice it. You're behind the times. That's cool, man. Whatever. Let's go through the gate here. It's all good, Mike, as long as you're enjoying yourself. Morning. Glad to have something to distract me while working in Blender. Nice. Always fun to work in Blender. There we go. Let's come over here. I think Spud's ready to go in this other bunker here. I'm not sure. Iain, it's going well, man. How about yourself? Yeah, I think they're okay over here. I'm just gonna wait till Country Gaming's done there, and then we're gonna hit up that. I think we already have the BGA extension, if I had to guess as well. All right. There we go. Are you looking forward to the Platinum Edition? Not as much as I was for the Big Bud. You? It does look interesting, that's for sure. But the Big Bud DLC was the one I was really pumped about, because I felt like we were missing that kind of stuff. There we go. But the sugarcane should be kind of interesting. That's one of the things that I was kind of curious about. I'm not super jazzed about it, but seasons, Yep, we have the seasons mod in here on the server right now. Just testing it out to see how it works. One thing we did notice already is that field 13 as well? No, it's 15. One thing we did notice is with the seasons mod is that with the seasons mod, it looks like it's a bit strange for the harvesting, because what happens is you can't do certain things until it's fully harvested or fully ready. Platinum will be a cool change in FS. Yeah, it'll be interesting, harvesting sugarcane as opposed to anything else. I can do that. And with the seasons mod, you do have to repair things, so it doesn't take very long, which is interesting. So this is where you can repair them. Left Alt R, maintenance, yes. So the way it works is it's either 18 days or 30 engine hours. So that's the way we have it set up for the time being. Yeah, we are harvesting in autumn. Platinum seems like a welcome departure. Yeah, exactly. It definitely seems nice that they added a crop type. I definitely agree with you there. That is one of the nice things they did. And they're adding a map. So I imagine it's not going to be a cheap DLC based on previous experiences. Does grass grow faster than other crops? I guess yes, it does, if I had to guess. I'm not an expert in the seasons mod, but yeah, it kind of does. It's ready to harvest. I would say it's ready to harvest before the other crops. So, like for example, you can harvest the grass earlier than other things, but at least you know how all the fields will be ready. Yeah, yeah, exactly. There we go. Let's get on this windrow here. But it is interesting combinations. Like one of the cool things they added is like they added some capabilities, which I think is going to be interesting. Grass can be planted and cut quicker than other crops and seasons. There you go. I don't know what I don't know if they say what the growth time is for one versus the other, but it usually seems like it is pretty good. Most grains only in fall. Yep, exactly. You can actually see what their growth cycle is in the seasons model. They have a menu you can check out, and with the menu they show you various things. I hope Platinum DLC never comes, because school will start, and it just ended. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'll be November the time it comes out. I forget what day specifically, but it'll be November at some point. Thanks, Beavis. But once that comes out, that'll be kind of curious. Bye. No problem. Okay, cool. So let's finish. Try and stay on track. This is what happens when Iain doesn't use GPS. I'm all over the place. Unless I stay in the tractor itself, like this, I will inevitably miss some. I don't know why, but I just find that the only way I don't miss anything is when I'm sitting in the tractor. But like this. Ban hammer there, Mike? Of course, they will. The hammer is strong in this one. 14th of November. Thanks, Iain. But we only did one field, but we're getting quite a bit of grass here, so we've already filled up one bunker basically, so it didn't take much. I think that's Guyver there. Oh, no, it's Mitch. He underestimated that turn. There we go. Let's just hop in here. Ultima. The Krone Ultima does not work with Seasons mod right now. They are fixing some stuff. Too many out of date from it at one time. Okay. Should you not be in the field and in chat? He's, I think, in both, actually, Mike. Alright, Balios. We'll see you momentarily then, sir. Ultima. The season's equals bad mojo. Yeah, pretty much. Same with the goal. Yeah, it's, apparently it's because of the scripting they use for both those. I'm doing well, Will. Enjoying a nice Saturday morning. Played a little bit on my single player this morning. Played a little bit on the Sur this morning. Had some chats about some cool little stuff. We talked about Power Grid, which is a mod. I don't know if it's a mod, but it is an app, I guess would be the best way to describe it. It looks pretty neat. All right, let me hop down their channel here. One moment here. Dun, 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 dun. I'm streaming, by the way.
Roger that. I find it kind of not amusing, but it's funny how there's a lot of interpol type of communication between what Farm Simulator is and Euro Truck and ATS. It's almost like they're almost by the same company.
Yeah, Mike.
Right. Yeah. But it's funny. There's a lot of simulators, but then there's a lot of striking differences between the way the different company, Giants and SCS are kind of developing the games.
Right.
Yeah, like
you can't
like
get
Duva said, it's a build types.
Euro Truck on console, can you?
Negative.
No.
And I think the reason why is because Euro Truck or SCS is really striving to make that game as simulator as possible.
I agree.
Kind of like what Flight Simulator is, and all the extra stuff you can get. You can actually you can make a full simulator out of it.
Yeah, I remember in an interview with the president of SCS once where he talked about, he said if they ever even did made it on console, they'd just hire someone else to do the port for them. But they'd kind of talked about it, but said, it's going to be really tough to find someone that we can trust to do it the way we want to do it.
Kind of like Minecraft.
Yeah, yeah.
The day ETS comes out on consoles, I quit. Are you ready, Spud?
Just let me empty my bucket.
Yep, sure.
Mitch, is it still raining where you are?
Last thing we need is console play. Why can't I have that trailer? Yeah, well.
Sure you're
It's
on the
weird.
same
I just
server?
pulled up the stream and I'm looking at his is like perfectly clear.
That's crazy. I'd reconnect.
Yeah, that's funny that you're the only one seeing the rain, but Donald's the only one feeling the effects of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna hop out and hop back
Off
in
topic,
and
guys,
see
much? One of those days.
Yeah, that's a good experiment.
It appears that way. There we go. I try to keep it as level as possible for you there, Spud.
Thank you.
Still coming back and it'll be sun shining and birds singing.
You want to go through this? Or?
Yep. I was just waiting for, I think it was Iain to come through.
Let's get this up to 7 kilometers an hour. I don't know why, but I always, whenever I get this Fent, I almost always get it with.
How's that other end looking? Are we ready to blanket it?
I almost always
It's
get
got
the
a couple spots that are out, but it's
the
nothing
wide tires.
major. I mean, we're talking maybe a foot at most.
But so far, the interesting the season mod has worked fairly well on the server.
And it's only like 3 or 4 spots.
It's been curious.
It's nothing like on this end, though.
SCS will not go to consoles. Yeah, I don't expect so. I wouldn't. Well, I don't know. It would be interesting, but I think it would cause a whole bunch of
I
headaches.
thought it was a lot better than this.
As per normal, but whenever you have something like any kind of game that gets to console or wherever, it will cause problems. I guess this is Mitch coming back in now.
It seems like I'm in the middle of a bunker when we synchronize.
Donald, any difference?
Nope, still raining.
There we go. Seasons has actually been good for us.
Let me try. I'll ease up here and see. But
What is your favorite
showing
mod
pretty
from the
sunny
contest?
over here.
I'm not
Mitch
sure.
left, there was no difference.
I haven't seen too many that have. I guess the Massey Ferguson pack's probably my favorite so far.
No difference.
You can turn off the wet crop thing in the seasons menu. However, probably Ian or Spud will have to do it. And if that's turned off, you should be allowed to harvest during rain.
Oh, really?
I never saw that option.
Hey, if you hit Alt F, doesn't it show you like a weather forecast
Yep.
for the rest of the week? I want Mitch, what's yours to say for the weather forecast?
No, sure so far.
We are currently on the second day. Tomorrow will be the third day of harvest season, and it's going to be 20 and 9, partly cloudy.
And then Monday's rain.
Correct.
I'll
Tuesday's
check mine
rain.
in a minute.
Yep, Tuesday's rain, and then we got partly sunny, cloudy, snowy.
Yeah, I get the same thing.
It's called crop moisture you can harvest with
Except
while
for
wrap
today.
crops. Yep. There's lots of different aspects of it, it seems like.
Give it a minute to sync. See what happens.
Yeah, I'm showing rain on Monday and Tuesday, and then it looks like snow on Saturday, or sleet.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things we're kind of curious about is how it works together, like the seasons with the just cut into your fields, into your yields. Yeah, pretty much. If you harvest it when it's too moist, it'll be not good for anything really. And same in real life, I suppose, in this context. So that's the reason why it creates problems. But it seems like the grass. See what I did there? Harvest, cut into your crops, crop moist. Oh goodness.
Somebody else can hop in the combine just to see. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I doubt that.
I'll give it a shot if you want me to.
Ew. All right.
Yeah, I'm out of it.
Mitch is having. What's happening with Mitch is he's seeing like it's.
Raining so bad I can't even tell where the entrance to this field is. Oh, there it is.
I saw your picture.
This is where everyone's stuck right now, eh?
Yeah.
Spud, maybe you try
Same
and
thing.
accelerate the
There
game
we go.
time.
Yeah, we could try that. I have it to X5
What
right now.
time is this? I can tell it. Say it is. What time?
Like in
Mine
game?
says it's 17:44.
Yeah, I got
1744. 5 times.
Okay.
Looks really good over here, Spud.
All right, let's go ahead and unload this. Just following up Mitch here.
Yeah, do the same thing for me, Donald.
Yep.
Hello,
still no
Fergal. How's it going?
Still no
That
harvest.
looks really nice.
I'll be right back.
There we go. And slow it down here. Give Spud a second to flatten that out. And then we'll come around here. Spud's become pretty good at making them look pretty, making the bunkers look pretty as well as nice and level as well.
Ian, have there been any comments on the stream about why it might not be harvestable?
Negative. This is great. Courseplay is spreading the manure while I sit in the wheel loader watching the stream, wait for him to come back.
Test bunny.
Fill the manure. Nice.
Hey, Mitch.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually seen any streams of people with doing seasons mod yet.
And that would be seasons, the reason to use Courseplay.
Hold on one second, Mitch. I want to do something for your trailer here.
Okay.
Like I said, we're the test bunnies.
Could well be.
Mm-hmm.
Random does. They offer it through random sparks. They do that, and they use the earbuds all the time.
All right, here we go.
What's up, Bailey's?
There you go.
Yeah, I think that was doing that because of my. I'm getting shortcuts that are not normally shortcuts, so I probably have to delete all my setup and redo it all.
Excuse me? What did I say? I can't remember.
Well, I had that trailer that way when I was picking up grass earlier.
I have no idea.
okay.
There we go.
I usually do it with the butt end of it high when I dump, and then I do it low when I pick up.
I think it was just saying no one that they know of has done, or no one that they've seen at least yet. Been quite a few others than Miss Robson. Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
I remember it being rainy when.
Hey, Mark, how's it going, buddy? What's that, sorry, Belios?
I don't remember it being rainy on your end of the stream.
Oh, you're having the same issue as Mitch then.
Is it raining for you, Belios?
Yeah.
That's odd.
I wonder if we all... Wasn't Mitch the last one to join the stream? The server?
No, that was Belios.
I wonder if we all exit and come back in and it'll be raining.
On both sides of the pond, it's not like it's obscure then the mod nobody plays
maybe
with.
I'll jump out and jump back
Probably.
Not sure I've seen Psy games.
I'll go for it.
Yeah, because we've all been on, like, well, I've been on for like a few hours.
There we go.
They won't hop in back in. Everybody don't need to hop in at once.
There we go.
How's it going, Billy? I haven't seen you in a while, buddy.
Very good. I was on vacation for a while and took a little break to let Farm Simulator bug get renewed a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Apparently I'm getting wet crops now too. That's bizarre.
Oh yeah, it just wet
Yeah.
crops just popped up for me.
Yeah, same here.
That's weird.
Yep.
Can you do a course loading the wagon on course play? Yeah, you can do one. Haha, rain for 2 players and the rest clear skies. Go figure. I don't know what the deal is there. I don't know what the deal is there, so I don't know why that's the case, but that's what's happening. So right now we're just testing to see what's going on, see if it's why does it always rain?
Still got blue sky and sunshine.
Why
Mine
is it-
too, but it's showing wet
like a-
crop.
Looks like a hurricane here now.
Yeah, mine's showing wet crops, but it's not showing that it's raining.
Yeah, I got nice weather, wet crop.
Yeah, same here.
Flash flooding.
Yeah, I guess so, eh? Flash flooding locally. Oh well. Well, how's everybody doing today on Saturday morning?
Made a log out and log back in.
Hope everybody is doing well, and hope everybody has nice weather where they are. Looks like really nice outside right now. Blue skies, partly cloudy.
What would happen if we just advanced
Sunny.
time?
Was just
for
having
some
coffee with
rest
you.
of
Nice.
the First off, the season's mod.
Excellent.
It's raining for me.
Mark, have you had any
Nice
issues
time.
with the seasons
Last week.
mod on servers at all? Have you messed around
So
with that
it's
at all?
raining for you because you jumped out and jumped back in?
I guess so. I logged out, logged back in, and it's raining for me.
All right, let's just see here. Can I? No. That's weird. I can't get back in my.
I'm still sunny and beautiful, but I do have the wet crop.
There we go. That's bizarre.
I'm gonna jump out and then jump back in.
Seasons revolt. Pretty much, yeah, exactly. Translation: Iain stop
Yeah, I have a
server,
feeling
remove
if we all do
seasons
that, it'll
to
be
keep
raining
patrons
when we
happy.
come back.
Yeah, you never know. There's lots of things. Lots of things. It's interesting to try the mod at the very least on the server. This is one thing that we haven't
Again,
tried
looks
yet.
like
So,
some deranged piece of construction equipment with the colors it's in.
all right. Almost full here. There we go.
Yeah, we're trying the rainbow.
Coming back in.
Wonder if we progress to the next day. If I would change anything.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Ian. Like, if we just
It will.
fast-tracked it to the next day,
Yeah.
then everybody wouldn't have to keep jumping in and out.
Apparently, it's a known issue with the rain sync problem.
Oh, is it? Okay. I
Yeah.
kinda figured somebody had seen it before.
Better part. Start the lure to the lure back.
Oh yeah, it's pouring for me now.
You want me to log out and log in?
I think it might just be better if Ian just kicked the day to the next one.
It works perfect in single player, but as known single player issue somewhere else. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah, but
well,
there's
I'll just
issues
go
with crops disappearing when you do that.
With fast forwarding too quickly, I have it at X30 right now, so we'll see how it works. We're only on like day 1 or 2, I think, of the fall. I can't remember. It's not too crazy. Yeah, day 2, early autumn. So. But we can just progress to the next day, and we'll see what happens here.
Or does the manual fast forward not work with this mod or something?
Oh no, it does. It just messes it up a lot, so that's why. You get a prompt at a certain time. That's why. I'm just fast forwarding to a certain day. Alvin.
You just have to be careful with it, how fast you go. And my understanding is you need to stop it around midnight to let everything sync up and then go again.
Same weather. Same weather with me. Okay, cool. That's good to know, though, Mark. I wasn't sure if there was issues with that or not. So, but how you doing today, Mark? Enjoying? How's the weather down where you are?
Wow, Why do we not get the little engine symbol anymore when we start up?
Did we ever get that? Most necessarily with single player, so multiplayer gets lots of
maybe
patches.
I have a different mod in my single player or something.
Yeah, you probably have drive control,
Yeah,
right?
that's drive control.
Or the game extension.
Yeah.
Both will do that.
That's right. Yeah, I still don't drive.
Bob, you in here?
I'm in the Massey. I'm just waiting for a Spud to.
Oh, never mind. I found it. I was gonna ask if you get rid of your electric fence noise, but I just found it.
So this is the new bunkers that they switched out
Yeah, I
to.
think you got to be pretty close to one of those elephant transducer things or whatever it is, control box.
That's the new bunkers. Look like a lot better than the last ones. I think they're a bit wider.
Just looking around since can't do much in the rain.
What's the capacity of those new bunkers there, Bob? Is it 1 million?
No, we've got 2 million in our coast. We got 1.8 million in one of them.
1.8.
Yeah, so the way the capacity works in FS17, it's not like a fixed number like it was in 15. So you can paint, I think you can put up to 3 meters worth of silage in a bunker. So it paints it into a GRLE rather than filling a plane. So it just kind of depends on how hard you want to work at it. But if we could get 1.8 million in there, I'm guessing if we really worked at it, we could probably get 2 million in one.
I've seen people on other videos that have had the whole thing filled 3 meters all the way down the whole bunker.
Yes, so you can actually extract that GRLE into a what kind of file is it? Into a file that you can edit in Paint, or not Paint, in Paint.net or the Adobe one, Paint Shop, and just kind of paint the whole thing in, and that kind of come out as a solid block of
Well,
silage.
if you had big enough ramps, you could fill the whole thing right up.
Yeah.
Maximum FF is 6,000, but you can do 12,000 as long as you stop at midnight. Okay.
Yeah, this was somebody's multiplayer server where the players just filled it up by themselves.
What kind of computer do I have?
Really,
It's
just been
not in the
really
description
good
right
at
now,
packing
but
the silo,
it's not a
because they
fast,
had
it's not a super
3
crazy computer. It's only an
bunkers
i5.
in a row, 3 meters all the way down the whole
4760 something processor with 8 gigabytes of RAM. GTX 760.
What I think Spud was talking about a grass ramp.
Yeah, if you let it spill out.
Nothing too crazy.
Fill the whole thing up.
GRL can be converted to PNG with a converter from Giants.
We usually just clean it up as we go.
Apparently, GRL can be converted to a PNG with a converter from Giants.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
I have a K1 Hamster Edition. Excellent, Mike. Computer, that is. How many hamsters do you need to run that thing?
I don't have the link right now, but there's a thread on FSUK that talks about how to go into, convert it and then go in and paint the silage in using Photoshop.
There we go. From 2002. Not too bad. I think my computer, this one's 2015, I think now. So it seems it runs fairly well. I have one issue with it that bugs the heck out of me, but other than that, that's not too bad.
No, now you can't combine anymore, Donald.
All right.
Nope.
Should have just not logged out.
One desktop has 1
Or did you
hamster.
get the wet
2004 desktop has 4. Oof, 4 hamsters. That's crazy. All right, full up there. You need to start from the other end, I think, next time. Jeez. We'll have to start from the other end next time, eh, Mitch?
Indeed.
We have a whole bunch of little, like, windrows that are left there.
Go in front of me because I have no idea where the gate is. And you can actually see it on your side, probably.
Because it's a quad wheel.
Game at plus 60, would that mess it up too?
Possibly.
All right. There is
that
the
picky?
Yeah, it's a little finicky.
there's the gate right there. Mine has 1 rotten apple.
It's odd.
Mark, does the Seasons mod change the? Does it change the lighting as well?
It take quite a while for the rain to go away on 15.
LOL Beavis. Alright, let's go ahead and just come over here.
Just gonna make it to Sunday.
You ought to fix it to where after it stops raining.
We're getting there.
No, good map for cows and pigs. Most maps are okay. Iain is 16 and streams from his mother's basement, obviously.
Well, it's realistic, I suppose.
Is it okay if I come down now, Spud, or you want to do?
That would wouldn't that also affect grass mowing as well? It's like, you know, realistically,
It would.
you can't mow the grass, you know, at home because the grass is too wet.
Well, it's more the tractors start sinking if it gets too wet.
Shouldn't be able to do anything other than maybe sell grain. That's about it.
If you look at, I forget the guy's name. It's not, is it Lonely Farmer? I don't know. It's not.
One Lonely
how
Farmer,
far his
yeah.
work.
One lonely farm.
One Lonely Farmer. I think he has a video where they were trying to cut grass in the wet, and the tractor just kept sinking. They ended up having to give up.
There we go.
Had a bunch of them getting stuck.
Yes, season shortens the day as the winter comes, and winter. Oh, okay.
Cut it. You would have to use like a sickle mower and just lay it over. That way, maybe.
No, it was the tractors themselves were just sinking right up to the.
Somehow,
right
answer
up to
didn't
the
seem
body
to
of
be
the
enough.
tractor.
I don't know how that worked
Yeah.
out.
So they obviously didn't check how hard the ground was before they went out, or the tractors were already in the field or something. But they had to give up because they were just putting ruts in their fields.
Was time slowed down for the BGA?
Yeah, time slowed back down to 1 again.
Yeah, that was me because the BGA is up in the second here.
I think I got times 5 on my screen.
Yeah, I just put it up to 5.
Up to 5 now.
We don't ask age here. But
It looked like it stopped raining, but
Yeah, it takes a while for the rain to actually count as being stopped. Plus, with the seasons mod, I believe the wet ground still stays there for a while.
Yeah, it'll
it's
be
still
wet
showing
drop for a
wet
few
ground.
hours.
internet safety. Yeah, there's lots of aspects of that. Alright, we're going to fill up the BGA here. Because we have the BGA
I
extension
wouldn't
on.
even try Donald.
Yep, it says wet crop. It says wet crop. So it does.
Sure,
After
it
rains,
should.
it still can't be pond.
It makes you work. 0 out of
Yeah,
10.
I still
Would
got
not
the
recommend.
says wet crop.
You know what's weird, Spud? I actually got stuck once the weight got to me.
Yeah, I know.
That's funny, Beavis.
I'm used to everything just clipping right through the player, but that weight got stuck.
I understand my nice cozy cab and listen to the radio.
Alright. Just doing
Yep,
the
I'm
BGA
all
here, and then we
back.
can progress time. I think.
And I think you're going to be getting a sore butt by now, Donald. He's
I don't
been
know
in
when
there
it
for
allows us to
almost
do
12
it, but we should be able to skip the night. I don't know what the time is specifically for that. I know you can do it. And you have to
Yeah.
listen to stories and
hammock in
bad
there, too.
jokes, and yeah, I have a ton of bad jokes. Jarrett, how's it going? And you get one cup of water and one loaf of bread.
Plus, I just say
That's
y'all
too funny.
ready and I'm over here snoring.
All right.
It'd be neat as if there was some way the game could give the players a little salary for the work they do, so that they could sell and spend on equipment.
I
Would
can,
that say-
I can give people money, but they won't be able to buy anything.
That's what I mean. Like, if there was a way for us to buy stuff, but the only way for us to get money would be to complete work, not sell grain, not nothing, but to work the fields or whatever. You know what I mean? Same way a hard worker does.
There we go. Worst part, listening to Iain
Yeah.
pronounce German words. No,
Well,
that's
I mean,
definitely
it
the
could
best
be
part.
done,
I don't know what you guys are
but,
talking about.
Like, Iain could give us money for different jobs that we do, but I know you're talking about
Hey,
something
RCUK.
in-game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I take
you just
wakeboarding.
naturally earn money that you can
Oh,
spend
waterboarding, not
working.
wakeboarding. That's way worse.
Yeah,
In-game hourly worker.
Waterboarding. Beavis.
I'm gonna go AFK for a minute.
But would the money hold over if you logged out and logged back in?
No, it
Well,
doesn't.
that's what I mean. Like, if it was in the game, it'd be neat because it would just be a feature. Like the way it is, the moderator has to give you the money, and then you also have to be allowed to buy stuff.
What's my favorite YouTuber? I don't know. I have a few. One of my favorites is called Leo Shang, host of Extreme Philly Fishing. What is YouTube? He makes fishing videos, though.
In the save file that would keep track of it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, something in the game where a player just earns a certain amount of money. Something you could enable as you work.
Yeah, that'd be. I don't think it's impossible.
You'd have to create a whitelist.
Yeah, they'd have to. It'd take a lot of work, but yeah, it could be done. That'd be awesome.
Probably be a hard mod to make, but I think it'd be neat. And it let players have some interaction without having to have a moderator online. For small purchases, anyways, unless it'd take a long time to save up for a combine, but.
All right.
Well,
buying my own house and my own truck.
well, the thing is that you, for right now, with the Seasons mod, you can't repair vehicles. Only the admins can. But with, a couple thousand, then whoever gets on, if it's a trusted, if you trust the people on your server, then, you can go and repair your own stuff.
Ian's favorite too is himself.
No, I'm talking about like something in the game where players automatically.
His best viewer is wife. Now my wife doesn't watch any of my videos.
Yeah.
She doesn't like video games that much, so that's kind of funny.
Restrictions from allowing people to fix stuff, and you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good, B Sturgeon.
Spend his money on repairing the vehicles.
It's like, screw it, man. It's not my vehicle. I'm not repairing it.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd almost be like playing Farm Sim in Farm Sim.
Yeah.
Now, can I skip the night?
Well, I mean,
Toggle
the way it
light.
works, you act like a hired worker, but you never get.
What's the
paid.
time when you can skip the night?
Are we
That's
starting
bizarre.
on another bunker now?
I just dropped that down there just because I just gave Spud a second to work on the other one. All right.
Probably alternate between the two.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna drive over it a couple of times and flatten it out a little.
Is that a Xerion with float tires on it, Mitch? I've never seen that before.
Also, what happens is if you're playing with the Seasons mod, your engine your engine seems to cut out in the middle of activity. What you need to do is just do maintenance on your tractor.
Yeah.
So you can see.
Yeah, I've never actually seen us use the Xerion with floats. I don't think looks good.
So you can see that it says.
Yeah, it's a nice mod. We've had it for a while.
Whoop! Sorry, Liz.
Yeah, it's really well.
Sorry, Ian.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about the Xerions is the
Go
way
ahead, Liz.
the steering knuckles look. If you look inside the wheels. Other than that, it's an excellent model.
Toggle light. Nope. Can't switch to the next day yet. Wonder why though. I seem to recall it being like at 9 something clock. I don't know why it's not allowing us to. That's bizarre. Alt N skips nights. Usually you get a prompt for it though. That's why I'm curious, Curly. I don't know if I can skip night. Let's see. I can try because usually you get a prompt for it, but I can try Alt N. Let's see. No. See, I'm not. It's not ready to skip the night for some reason. I don't know why.
Still digging your silage flattening there, Spud.
Love it.
But if I get the prompt, I'll do it.
You
But
get a silage flattening simulator.
does it know? Don't know if it works in multiplayer. Yeah, that's what I'm not sure about.
He should get paid for what he does.
There we go.
Silage whisperer.
Gonna start from the other side here.
Do something like that in real life.
Nope. Still not
I
giving.
don't think Spud does anything.
This Vermont is really good.
Right now in
Cough.
real life,
Don't think you can skip. Yeah, apparently not. So
considering what his qualifications are.
Although, if he did it in real life,
I wonder.
and on farm sim, he didn't get sick of it.
let's see.
That's my problem with ATS and ETS is they drove truck quite a bit. And playing the games, I can only play them for so long. It's like, wait a minute, this is like work.
I think you've missed.
Sorry.
Collins
Must be
stuff.
the hay fever. Must be, Beavis. Must be.
Trust me,
Alright.
if you had to do this in real life, I think you would very quickly hate it.
Probably agree.
The simple fact that you enjoy it doesn't mean you'd like doing it every day, day in and day out.
All right.
Hay would have something to do with that.
Well, still, like, can you imagine doing what he's doing for farm hours, like 10 to 16 hours a day, all day?
The pay would have something to do with that.
Well, even if the pay was decent, you still might want to
There we go.
jump off a bridge or something by the end of the day from boredom.
Let's go
All right,
ahead.
this is Gabber. I gotta take off, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Later, man.
Later,
No
guys.
hay Beavis until fall. Dun dun dun. Aren't we in autumn? It's technically would be fall. I don't know what's gonna allow me to switch the day. Let's see, we're at 11, so no. Maybe they has to go all the way through. Have to go all the way through the.
That's pretty good money, but I couldn't do it. Sure would be nuts.
It'd be very
Good morning from northern
Very
Michigan.
stressful and
yeah,
Good morning
it's very
from
boring.
eastern Ontario.
yeah, I mean
How you doing today?
Like, it takes up a lot of concentration, you know, like you have to concentrate on the road and other traffic and you know what you're doing.
Let's finish up this pass here.
Well,
Left control R.
depends on
Yeah.
where you're driving to.
The problem is with the seasons mod, if you
Canada,
try and fast forward the time too much, you run into
really doesn't
problems.
take
That's why I'm just letting it go
tremendous
a little bit.
amount of concentration when you're driving down the road.
And then once it gets past midnight, I'll just fast forward a little
Very
bit
empty,
so we get some
very
light.
empty.
No, you get traffic in between certain places, but it's just a straight road. It's either
We're just waiting for it to
lanes
tick over to
4
midnight
lanes to
here.
6 lanes wide on your side of the road. And
There we go.
drive,
58.
drive,
59.
Straight line.
Set it down to times
The
1.
road's very straight.
There's no scenery.
Also, where
Until you
are
get
the
up
government
to a certain
regulations,
point.
insane taxes,
And, I mean,
huge corporations pushing the
driving
prices
down a
down? Where's the
flat
immersions?
land.
I don't know, Beavis. That is one thing that was not included in the mod.
Imagine it would be something like driving in the desert in the States. It's just like,
We've-
How are we doing today? I'm doing well,
we've
farm
got
boy.
A road out here in Australia. I don't know if it's actually widely known. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
There we
It's
go.
called the Great Ocean Road, and it is windy as hell.
Give us a
maybe you
moment
wouldn't wanna be
to
on that in the truck.
do the register.
No way.
Give it a minute or
And
two.
it's only like a 2-lane
Yeah.
road.
So when it's pushed over at midnight,
That's not a problem
you notice
as
there was a
far as the
hesitation,
road could handle it, but still,
and that
too
is
many turns in the truck is
just all the
annoying, too, 'cause
processing
you gotta keep
done,
slowing
basically.
down.
Alright, there's 2.
Then
Let's see how it
you're
handles
up
this.
5 million years again to get back up to speed.
Yeah.
Alright,
Hey.
Donald, start her up.
Hey, we can work. Holy crap.
Donald!
What do you mean start her up? Start up what?
The combine, the ground isn't wet anymore.
Oh yeah, the wet ground symbol is gone.
There we go.
And I think Donald's gone.
He's there, he's just probably sleeping.
Are we ready?
Probably- He's probably
Go,
gone.
Donald, go.
Donald, we thought you'd gone and watched the TV or something.
Alrighty.
There we go. That's that.
Do we have any more harvesting equipment, or is that it?
No, we can get on our combine. We just have the one for the time being, but it's not hard to get another one.
Yeah, another one would probably be a good idea.
Well, there's not much to do right now, because you guys are all doing the grass pretty good, and all the fields are planted.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Don't forget, if you buy the Midwest header in, you have to buy the case compound.
Oh, no Midwest for me, please. I'm not saying don't buy one, but...
What button are you pushing to make time go faster?
Hey, Bob. Oh, never mind, the cow's still sleeping. I was gonna say, you got a cow clipped on the ground here, but it's still laying down.
That's with a special mod called Time Fast Forward, Time Acceleration mod, and that is done with
Now we got rain on
left
the
control and
stage.
R. But it's only with a
Just speed down.
speed down. I can do that. There we go.
Turn my lights off.
I just turned mine on, darn it.
Yeah, there's a bit of solid manure showing in the bunker now, but none of the
Left control and R equals mod. Yep, yeah, exactly. That is a mod,
That's what I
exactly.
noticed is you have to get a.
That is the
I think
time
more than
acceleration mod, it's
10%
called.
in there before you can even see it.
We're still in early autumn right now, and the way we have it set up, I think we have it set up so it is 9 days, I think. I want to say it is set up for.
Yeah, I think that's just about the point that it just starts to show up visually.
I think that's what it is.
That makes sense.
It's not too bad, so that's the way we have it set up at the moment. Where you can change it.
See them put,
You can change the number of
if it's
days.
a mod, like you have a hose connected to your slurry field sides, so you could have a massive capacity.
There we go.
Like people do with their slurry. What are they called? The big
Lagoons? Yeah. Yeah, when you have the solar lagoons, you can do it that way. Alright, there we go.
Because the way they do it right now is a big pain in the butt if you don't have a hired worker.
Have you been in the snow yet? Not yet. We're getting there soon.
Smelly job.
Bob, this map right now in this version has a snow mask on it, or whatever you want to call it, right? Just one layer, I think?
Yeah, no, it'll do multiple layers, because I think if you don't have the mask, you can get one layer, but if you want multiple layers, you have to have the mask.
Oh, okay.
Also, we're gonna get snowed on.
Yeah, we should, yeah, definitely.
Well, when we hit the autumn, when we hit the fall at least, or fall, winter. I don't know what we're gonna feed the cattle, I guess, during that time.
Yeah, you can still work the ground. I don't know if the game.
No, you can't work the ground. I don't believe you can work anything in the any ground. I don't think in winter.
I've seen pictures of people plowing it, unless that's bugged or something.
I don't know. I'm not 100%. Anybody in the comments, if you know if you can work the ground in the winter.
Yeah, I thought that you could basically do anything except if you plant and it's too early, it'll just never germinate.
I have a mindset.
People in real life
for 3 days
in the winter, but that's about it.
Yeah, if the ground temperature is too cold, it won't germinate.
There you go.
Is there winter wheat at all in this?
Yeah, you can plant wheat in the late season. You cannot.
You can plant up to the late fall, but you can plant and harvest poplars and oilseed radish through winter.
So, if you planted wheat in the fall, it would just lay there, not germinate at all winter like it does in real life?
Yep.
I think so. Yeah,
you cannot plow frozen ground.
That the seasons mod actually makes it oilseed radish more a better reason for actually doing it.
Yeah, for sure. Plant it after you've harvested.
Yeah, or you could plow it in the winter time as a fertilizer layer.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just give you something to do in the winter.
You can do forestry too.
Yep. You can. You have to take care of your cattle every 3 days, I think, or your animals every 3 days.
Yep, every 3 days.
Hashtag vacuum.
Your wife vacuuming the.
All right, there we go.
Sorry, Norm.
Side.
I'm just looking to see where the combine was, so I didn't mess it up.
There's also an overlayer at the shop, if someone hasn't picked that up already.
I got one of the overlayers.
I can pick up a second one if you guys would wish. If you would like, I should say. There we go. So the bunkers look good so far.
We need, unless someone's getting the second overload. Oh wait a minute, I got a fault right here. What size is this? Yeah, it's a little small.
All right, let's pick up on our tractor here.
I'll skip a line when I get down there.
All right.
Holy vacuum.
It sucks.
I vacuumed my floor this morning. Or rather yesterday.
There we go.
But can you get us another tractor so I can use that overloader?
It's done. There's one in the store ready.
Oh, great, thank you.
Public
Is
service.
that Norm sounding windy again?
Yep. Public service announcement: the vacuum mod is private. Indeed, it is.
Out in the wind.
Hey, you never know. He could be. Laptops are a thing, right? My favorite is when people do business meetings when they're like on the beach and they have the old backdrop of like an office.
You'd be afraid that the sand would get into your computer.
Yeah, gotta be careful. Did we finish this whole field, Bob?
I don't know. I was just gonna drive around and see if we have.
Ben,
Looks
I am
like
doing
there's
well.
a couple of patches around.
Hey Ian, in that Massey mod you're using on your county line, can you ditch that mower and put a regular header on it and actually do swathing, or does that not work?
What do you mean swathing? Like, do you mean dropping it?
No, I mean like actually swathing a field.
I don't know if it'll work with like other crops, but I know it works with grass. I don't know.
Yeah.
If, I think you. I'm not sure how that would work with other crop types. With a Massey-Ferguson swather, I'm not sure about that. Beavis, do you know if
I just didn't know if that added swathing capabilities to the game.
I'm not sure that works every 6 days for animals. I thought it was every 3. With the
Did someone grab the second overloader?
did I pick one up? Oh, no, okay, 1 sec.
Hey Donald, when you go down, if you want to skip a lane, because I'm not using GPS, I'll probably mess up your field. So if you always skip a lane, I'll pick up the strip that you left.
The vacuum DLC comes part of the merge DLC.
Roger.
I think I hit an invisible wall or something.
There we go.
Some of the trees have like invisible walls near the base of them. I don't know why.
I think that's everything on this field. This is good.
You're near a tree.
Well, all the trees have collisions on them. Maybe the collisions are a little too big.
Yeah, it's
Well,
like
it wasn't a tree, it was at like one of the hedges.
yeah, some of the trees, like if your header is going underneath the branches but not touching the trunk, you'll still get stuck.
There we go.
Alright, see, we'll start taking a look at that.
The seed mods changes max feed trough capacity every 3 days. Yeah, exactly. Base game is 6 days. Indeed. Indeed, that's the change I was referring to before.
Yeah, it's like the branch collision from higher up is hanging beneath the tree or something. That's just the one I know of anyways.
Alright, so I don't know if... Nope, we're good over there. Okay,
I like
perfect.
this JD tractor, but the lights are just painful.
Yeah, that's the one downfall of that one.
Is that the first JD tractor we had where you can see the light beams coming off it
Yeah,
like,
that's the one.
Yeah, I mean,
like
I don't
lasers?
How does anyone think that looks good?
I have another version of that. I don't know if this has the same light thing, though.
Yeah, that
Okay.
drives me nuts. It's like, am I driving in fog all the time or something?
There we
I
go.
wonder if there's a way where they could change it depending on the time of day, so that it looked like that at night, but during the daytime, just normal lights.
There we go. And if your question regarding the mass versions is it could me to do that, but I don't really care. I'm okay.
Chaff and grass.
Yeah, I just use it for grass exactly.
Bob, I put a picture in your Discord of a hedge collision that's out a little too far.
Okay, thanks.
There we go. That's that done. Actually, you know what? I will leave this in here because we don't need it anywhere else, I don't think.
Okay, so I've got a trailer. Do you want me anywhere to help unload something? Or is there another forage wagon?
Well, no reason to pick up another forage wagon. We've just about cleared this field off.
I don't know if you want to try and fill all the bunkers though or anything.
Looks like just about all our work right now is just harvesting. There's so many fields need harvesting.
Field 15 could be mown too if you really want to.
Hey, Bailiff,
Yeah,
So
Pardon me?
is
you
anyone...
use GPS mod?
not very much. Why?
Because if Donald goes first and he skips a lane, he's going to be within a crop, and I will not be able to unload him.
Oh,
Apparently you could make that Massey-Ferguson swather do what you're talking about, Belios, but it doesn't do it a standard. You'd have to mod it.
oh. Well, Donald, I guess I don't know what is it. Maybe you should unload them at the end of the row. He's got his pipe out.
Yeah, I guess I can do that.
Let's see what we got in the fill levels here. We got 500,000 there. 1.3 million basically
Thing
there.
is, I could have GPS on, but I don't have Donald's GPS file.
That's fermenting,
so we'd still
18%.
be messed up a bit.
You
You
can
should be able
copy
to pick
his.
it up. Yeah.
Yeah, you get up close to him and copy the GPS.
There we go.
See, I don't know how it works very much because I just don't use it. I'm a freestyler.
Anyone using the mower?
No, if you want to mow 15, go ahead, Liz.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way here.
So how do I steal your GPS file, Donald? Hold on a sec.
So where's the mower at?
Should be at the animal farm. You see the little shopping cart with an arrow sign pointing down in the bottom left-hand corner where it says
Donald
basics?
take the edge, and Balios just follow him, freewheeling.
There you go.
That'll pick up his course too.
I got it. Alright, Donald.
Hey for a sec.
We
When
can
you
increase
guys in the
size
harvesters
here.
empties out, why don't you go try the
Let
soybeans?
Balios go first, Donald, so we can unload you both.
Alright. I think the animals are okay for the time being. Does the cleaning... Does anyone know if the cleaning's changing? Changed at all with the Seasons mod? I should start writing questions down. This is the new slurry pit. Slurry store, do not enter toxic gas. This is the new slurry storage that he put, Bob put on the map. I like it actually. I don't know where it comes from. There's no pipe
Was
or
this
anything.
field fully fertilized?
You know to skip a lane, right, Balios, when you get down?
Let's grab the sprayer
Yeah,
real
sure.
quick. There we go. And we'll just spray field number
Field seems low.
13 real quick.
Because I haven't played for a while.
Small seeds.
It is canola.
Yep, cleaning has changed.
Hey Norm, you got an offset on your GPS?
Cleaning has changed too? Okay, that's good.
I don't use it.
Ah, gotcha.
Hey Mike, do you know if there's like a reference about things that have changed at all with Seasons mod, or is it all in the information?
Overloader for that.
You cannot or should not use a robot cleaner in winter. Why is that, Mike?
Yeah, it works. I mean,
Did somebody say
able to pull it,
freestyle?
so.
Rock the microphone.
Oh,
It
yeah.
fills with snow and during.
Is it
Oh,
the
okay.
400 horsepower Massey?
I honestly don't know.
'Cause that one should be able to hit deal with it, you'd think.
Is it the 7 or the 8 series?
7, I believe.
Stupid robot.
I
Yeah.
think that's a couple hundred.
Hold on, I have a link. Sweet.
I think it's a 300 horsepower Massey then? Because the
Alright.
Massey's all top out at a very even horsepower usually.
I think the 8770 is like 280, 320.
All right, let's make that turn
I
there.
think it's 300 right on.
Okay, 300.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
think.
go ahead and change this up so
don't
it
quote me on that.
does the auto turn, and we'll set it
I
up
just
so
remember
it
the
turns
two
at
bigger Massey Ferguson tractors both top out at like an even number.
There we go. Let's just see how that works out.
Because
it
if you're
comes
looking for
from
pure horsepower
Ireland.
on your tractors, they're usually better than the
Oh, you know what we
equivalently
should have
priced
got?
ones just 'cause
I
they
realized we
go
should
like
have the
that
Challenger
extra
one. I think we have it on the
20
server
horsepower
actually.
or so up to like an even 400 or an even 300 or something.
Yeah, if you want to tweet me the link or put it in Discord or PM me in Discord or here. Okay, that works too. All are good. Let me just come over here. Just gonna open this up real quick. There we go.
Is our yield affected at all by the season or the weather or anything?
I know of.
I believe it's
believe
if
so.
it's wet, it will lower your yield.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if our yield seems, because the yield seems low, but it is canola.
You're looking for 15 there, Liz.
Sorry?
So you're looking for a field 15.
Yeah, I'm taking the shortcut.
Isn't 15 the other way?
Probably.
There we go. Roger. So there is a reference. So the overview. This is good. So what I'll do is keep that in hand to see what it actually changes, because I'm curious.
You want it, Donald?
I'm curious to see what it actually does. Let's go to the right, actually. Right to the end of the field here. We're just fertilizing the field. Right now we have the way we have a server step is this, so it's is that for one fertilization rate?
That yellow Cody fuel trailer on the map?
On the server, but not on the map right now. We can get it though easily enough.
Yeah, I want to just play around with the compost master a bit.
Alright, let's go for the coat universal.
Do we use the compost for anything else, or are we just making self-fuel?
Well, you can sell it over by the where you sell bales, or you could spread it on the field.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if we use it for anything like on the server, or if we just were using it to make fuel.
Yeah, I don't think we have been.
There we go. Get a couple random tractors there.
There was a gate over this.
Because you throw in a manure spreader, don't you?
Yes.
Do they actually throw compost like that in real life, or?
Yep, some places do it. Some places they get free. I know one article I read in the Farmer's Forum a while back where the guy was getting compost from somewhere for free because they didn't have a use for it, or they just had too much of it, and he was spreading it on his field and he was increasing the biomatter in his fields, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems worrisome for weed seeds, though.
Yeah. He might have just been doing something else. I don't know specifically what it was.
I know that's the big problem with compost in real life. If you don't have good quality, you get a lot of weeds.
Yeah, exactly. He might have been doing a burn down before he was going to do anything else, but...
That's true. You just throw the stuff on it. If it grows weeds, you burn it. So.
Yep, exactly.
Burn it anyways.
I think he might have been doing something specific. I don't know what it was.
Now, can they keep burning their fields like that? And does it affect anything, or doesn't affect the?
Sometimes some weeds will become resistant to it. Like giant hogweed right now, I believe, is pretty resistant to glyphosate, which is Roundup essentially. There's other things you can use though too.
Yeah, I was surprised I saw some guys burn them this year that I've never seen do it before.
Yep, a lot of people will do a burn down before they plant certain things, like depending if they have a cover crop. If they have a cover crop, they would still do a burn down usually, and then plant after that.
Yeah, that's what I thought was weird. It looked like he was growing winter wheat, and when it was about maybe, I don't know, 10 centimeters tall, he burned it.
It might be. It might be. There's other things you could do. It could be oats, maybe. Some people do oats for a cover crop, or clover as well sometimes.
So that's actually a thing they do, is they'll plant seed and then just burn it and plant into it?
Yeah, sometimes. Not always. It depends. Lots of different ways to do it. Like some people do that. Some people cultivate it under and then plant into it. There's lots of ways you could do it.
Seems like a waste of money on seeds to plant a field and then just burn it.
It's more for the biomatter, as far as I understand. I'm not an expert, mind you, so don't quote me on any of these things, but it's like, because what they want to do is they want to increase the biomatter in the soil itself. So when you increase the biomatter, you actually get better yields, despite the fact that you're planting something then like kind of taking it out after.
Yeah, just I've never seen them do that before. I mean, I was like, oh, you got a nice field of winter wheat growing there, and next thing you know, he burns it and it turned brown.
Yeah, it might have been for some other reason too.
It's like, you killed your wheat. And then he just direct seeded right into it and put, I think there's corn growing in that field now.
Yeah, so he might have been putting something else down. He might have put like clover down. It might have been clover and then burned it down for the extra nitrogen, and then put corn in there. It's possible.
Yeah,
Again, I'm not an expert, so.
Sorry. I was gonna say, I drive through the country on my way to work every day, so I'm always looking at what the farmers are doing.
Yeah, some farmers, if you sit and talk to them, sometimes you'll be able to ask them some questions sometimes. But most times they're pretty busy, so.
Yeah.
Wait, Donald, Norm said he'll be right back.
Yeah, they're hardly ever working when I'm on my way home from work. They get up real early and they're working when I'm on my way to work and I can't stop.
Yeah, usually when they usually they'll spray in the morning a lot of times because it'll be the dew on the plants actually makes I think it makes it better for spraying. I think that's what it is. I seem to recall reading that somewhere, but it's been a while. Thanks, Truckers TV.
I'm surprised the amount of no-till they do. Like, since I've actually started playing this game and researching farming and stuff, like, over half the farmers no-tilled their fields this year. So it's like, the funny thing that I found was they didn't mow the corn stalks. They just left them freestanding. Wouldn't that damage their grain header?
Well, if it's what they do probably is they just probably raise the grain headers so took off just the tops, because what happens is if you put more through the combine, it's actually rougher on the combine.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, so they take off just the tops. It's better for the combine.
Oh, so they don't care about those corn stalks because they're probably not going to cut that low on the soybeans or whatever it is they put in there.
Yeah, it just depends on what the scenario is. So like a lot of times if they leave, if they cut like really low on the corn stalks, like you're putting a lot of material through the actual combine itself. Yeah. So sometimes what they'll do is they'll raise the header a little bit and then they'll cut off more of the tops parts. Sometimes. Yeah. And then they come back through with like a bush hog or I don't know, something else and take it out.
That's what I mean. Like the fields this year, I was surprised because I don't know if they didn't have the cutter blades on their corn header because it left really tall stalks. Like some of them are 2 feet tall, but they're varying in length, so there's obviously not something cutting them. And then they direct seeded into the field. Now they got these big tall corn stalks that are they're gonna be like almost as tall as their soybeans.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work.
Direct seeded into them. It's like, aren't you gonna annihilate your grain header?
Well, the grain header basically got like a sickle bar mower on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm not sure. I think it works the same way for corn headers. I have to take a closer look at a corn header, but Jensen, we're just talking about farming.
Don't actually cut the stalks; they just rip the stuff off them.
I think there's different. I think there's different styles. There's ones that cut it and one that pull, I think.
Yeah, because this guy's fields, all the corn stalks are all varying lengths. Like there's nothing cutting them, and a lot of them are just bent over, like something drove over them. But the cobs are all gone.
I don't know. Maybe Donald can speak to that a bit more. Harvesting corn and how that works with the corn headers.
What y'all got going on? I heard you something about a chopping corn head.
Yeah, so
I know there's
go ahead,
chopping
Billy's.
heads. And I've heard there's ones that just pull the cobs off. Are the ones that do more of a pulling action, do they actually cut the corn, or they just rip the cobs off the stalks and leave it?
Far as pulling a corn cob off, I haven't seen anything like that. You go to skip one, Bailey.
Oh, yep, I forgot you're still in the field.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that. You either you got two corn heads, you know, you got the regular one which cuts it and leaves you about 2 foot of stalk, or maybe a foot of stalk, and then you got the chopping corn head that takes everything. So that's all I've seen in my part of the world.
Yeah. If you're making like silage with the corn, then yeah, they'll take the whole thing because they actually want. So when it's really, really tall corn, it might be silage corn, and that's why it's really tall. And they actually want all of that because that's what helps makes the silage, basically.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody around here chops silage. There's not that many cow farms around here.
But they might be making haylage, which is like chopped grass. That's possible.
We had our beef farm. It was mostly beef. We had a bit of dairy, but a lot of our farmers around here were going under from the increase of corn.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that'd be beef, because they feed their cows more corn than dairy farmers, I think, don't they?
Yeah, that could be.
But anyways, the government gave them a deal where they'd buy all their cows for a good price, but they could never raise cattle again on their field. So everything around here is just cash crop now. Cows are all gone.
Oh, cool, Truckers TV. Yeah, that's a while back. Regions of Texas. I remember that one. I seem to recall doing something with the fences.
It was a big deal.
No,
earlier,
I think
closer to 2000.
I adjusted that.
Right when, or whenever it was that ethanol production kicked up and made the price of corn go way up.
Yeah, I forget what it was that year. It might have been a bad year for the harvest. Like, usually for corn prices a lot, you'll have the United States will impact the price a lot, but so will South America. So South America actually has a bigger impact on prices than the United States does. In terms of, I think with soybeans primarily, not necessarily corn, but soybeans, but I believe they do impact the prices there for corn as well. Like usually it will go, like Canada has no impact on the price of of commodities at all. It's usually like South America, United States, and then you have like people buying, of course. Things would be like China buys a lot, and Japan and Korea and whatnot. It's crazy that,
demand.
yeah, exactly. It's crazy how it all works together.
Now, Bailey, they do make two types of cotton pickers. They make one that actually picks the cotton off and leaves the stalk, and they make a cotton chopper. They use that in West Texas. Because for some reason out in West Texas, the cotton doesn't produce very much, but they take it completely down. It's clean. When the harvester comes across the field in Texas, it's clean. There's nothing left.
Yeah, I've only ever seen the John Deere cotton pickers that leave stalks in the field.
We only deal with oil, water, and wooden, pretty
still,
much.
That's only been in YouTube videos because they don't grow cotton around here.
We don't affect crops. Yeah, pretty much, Mike.
And it makes the big square bale that's half the size of the old bales, but John Deere is all there round bales.
Those are massive round bales.
Oh,
Hey Donald, where you're at, do they do any sugar cane, or are you too far north?
No sir, no sugar cane. Nope.
They do sugar beets down where you are?
No sir. Milo, corn, cotton, soybeans, wheat. I believe that's it. You know, Milo and sorghum looks about the same, but yeah, Milo.
Crazy.
Actually, I got a question for you, and I don't know if you can answer it or not.
Hmm.
When we were on our way up to Tobermory, there were some fields that were planted with some sort of crop. I couldn't tell what it was by the leaf, but they were planted in dual rows, so there'd be 2 rows close to each other, and then there'd be like a strip or 2 missing, and then another row 2, like all the way down, so they left like room for tires, and then the crop would be in sets of 2.
That might have been corn.
Down the field.
It might have been corn, and they're going to do a side dressing later on.
It didn't look like corn. It was growing. It looked more like the crop itself looked like lettuce or something. I don't know what it was.
Oh, that could be the case. Like, it could be, in some areas they do cabbage, and that might have been what it was. I don't know.
The way this works, Bailey, when you go in one direction, you skip a line. When you go the other direction, you don't skip a line.
Oh, I don't do much cooperative combining. I'll just stay back and let you get ahead of me.
Yeah, it's the way you have the GPS set up. You can change it so it does it automatically. You hear me from Michigan.
I was wondering if they were carrots or sugar beets or something, because I know there's carrot harvesters and sugar beet harvesters that only do 2 rows.
Yeah, that might be in the Holland Marsh. They do that kind of stuff.
Where was this? It was around
Newmarket? Because in Newmarket areas where you kind of see a lot, that's where you're kind of getting close to the Holland Marsh there, and you'll see onions, carrots, and cabbage and stuff like that. Apparently, Mike's saying in lettuce, they see lettuce and cabbage like that, where you have the rows skipped.
Yeah, it was near Bothwell. If you know where that is.
No, not off the top of my head. Not without looking, at least.
Well, it's east of Sarnia, maybe. So slightly northeast of Sarnia.
Oh, I'm not sure then. I don't know.
I've never seen a crop planted like that before. It's like, why is that? Because they were too close together, like really close, and then they skipped a row, and then there'd be 2 more again. It's like they left room for machines to drive through. So I just assumed it was sugar beet or something.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
Cedar.
Or potatoes, because I know potatoes do 2 rows. I don't know.
Nice picture there, Donald.
Suppose I should have taken a picture of it.
Yeah.
Because they used to grow sugar beets around there, but I don't know if they do anymore.
Oh, I had my picture taken.
Sweet.
Roger.
Awesome.
Liz, you working on 15?
Yep.
Nice. How close are you being done there?
Nearly halfway.
Okie doke.
I would have much preferred to see cotton rather than sugarcane added.
I said that too, actually. I said that too. Cotton
yeah.
might have been interesting, but maybe with the sugarcane you'll see cotton too. Like there'll be a modded version with it. It's possible, maybe.
Huh?
Yeah,
They
I
add
think,
sugar
I
cane
think
to
the
the game?
reason was if they do cotton, I mean, it's kind of you need to put out another U.S. based map. I mean, I know they
Yeah.
grow cotton in other places, but it's really, I would think, more of a U.S. crop. Where if you do sugar cane, it gives you a good reason to have a South American map.
Yeah, they're doing like what they did is they did like Sosnovka, which is kind of like Eastern Europe, I think it would be maybe, and then they did U.S. with Westbridge Hills, and then they did they haven't done the UK yet, but they've done South America now. And what was the other map they did? Bjornholm, which would have been like the Scandinavian countries.
Giants really need help when it comes to a U.S. map. Even though they put the flags up and they call it a U.S. map, it still don't look much like a U.S. map.
I don't know how to fix that
What they
offhand,
need to do is
Judson.
make U.S. conversions on the equipment when you're playing on that map.
Yeah.
So if they do a China map, would it be rice paddies?
Oh, maybe it's possible they could do an. And I don't know how what the percentage of people playing from that area are, but it's possible. They do rice in the United States too.
Did I miss an expansion or something where they're
Yep,
adding
there's
a
an-
new crop?
Yeah, there's an expansion that was announced. It isn't out yet, but it's announced. It's for November, so it'll be sugarcane in a South American map.
What are you gonna harvest sugarcane with?
They added a new harvester.
Oh, another harvester.
Yeah, it looks like a popular harvester almost, like that kind of smaller style. I didn't get a good look at it though. All
I
right,
still like them to get into orchards and stuff.
maybe in the future, who knows?
Yeah, I found a pretty cool video on YouTube about that, showing
Potatoes
that,
in Iowa.
case harvester, sugarcane harvester in action. It's pretty neat.
All right, there we go. Cotton,
I just seen
kumbaya.
a sugarcane harvester on the internet, a Case IH mod.
Could be interesting.
Because there's some pretty neat orchard equipment with the tree shakers and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure they could manage something.
Who's running the self-propelled sprayer?
That's me.
You're able to stay awake?
It'll be finished soon.
That thing is like a snail.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
I'm just finished fertilizing this field here.
That Challenger is too, the one that's on the.
Oh, is it?
bottom of
I didn't
whatever.
know. I haven't seen it
Yeah.
actually. So
It's probably just
Um,
a modded model of that one. That's why it's so slow.
you might be able to change it. I don't know.
I don't know why they're set so slow. They seem like they go pretty fast in real life.
Oh yeah, those things will get down.
There we go.
I mean, all the ones around here, they scoot around pretty damn quick.
Couldn't you change that, the speed of it, in the XML file or something?
Let's see.
Probably.
Can I hire a worker? Is it gonna stop? Yeah, I don't know what it's doing there, but it's apparently
Yeah, I
it's
don't know why they just didn't make it 20 kph like the other fertilizers.
it's doing something funny. So we're just gonna continue finishing up this last little bit here. Then we'll go from there. Orchard equipment would be good. Get Lambo and some nice stuff. Yeah, exactly. It would be kind of cool. We grow sugarcane and rice here in Louisiana. Apparently in Louisiana they grow sugarcane.
Yes, they do.
Oh, so there you go. It's sugarcane's in North America too. I don't know. We don't grow anything crazy like that up here. We don't even have cotton. Crazy. I guess we have more maple, which is kind of a bizarre thing.
Cotton will be dominant in your sandy soils.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just more of a question of they want a map from a different area. I mean,
Yeah, they're trying to do.
I know that like isn't the Euro Truck and American Truck Simulator real popular down in Brazil in that area now?
Yep, they're popular all over the place. It's international. I don't know what the most popular place is for ETS, but
yeah. So I think Giants is just trying to appeal to another audience they haven't really got yet.
yeah, exactly. And they also added some new brands as well in the DLC. They added what was it, Stala, I think it's called. There's Bison. There's a couple other ones that they added as well. So they added some new brands of equipment to go with. Apparently the map's name's Valpadna. Oh goodness, I can't even pronounce that. Maple would be a good passive mod like Slowbee. Apparently, I agree. It'd be kind of neat. I don't know why there hasn't been a Maple related one.
I read somewhere on the SCS forum that it's quite popular in Australia now.
Well, that's why they have the Australian flag for not the flag DLC, but the paint job DLC for ETS, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what would Maple be? You're harvesting the sap?
Yep, exactly.
Which one you want, Norm?
Doesn't matter.
You go ahead.
All right.
They should bring out the country flags and the
I'll be right back.
paint DLCs for American Truck as well.
Maybe they will. That's a lot of work though to convert those over. I'd rather see it. I'd rather see New Mexico than paint jobs like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I've never really got into any of that DLC. But yeah, I'd rather see them focus on getting some more maps out.
I have a whole bunch of the DLC for ETS for the paint jobs. There's lots of really, really nice ones there.
There are.
There's even some free ones too. Like I have the Canada one, which is still one of my favorites. It looks awesome on the Mercedes. And then I think I have, I don't know, the Storms DLC. I think there's one. There's another one. I don't know. There's so many of them. The Dragon DLC paint job. There's tons of variations on it. Louisiana is almost on its own world when it comes to crops. Lots of specialized equipment area, high crop tractors, and so on. Yeah, exactly. Brandon in the chat saying Louisiana is pretty specific when it comes to crop types. They have lots of specialized equipment for it as well. It's like the Holland Marsh. Holland Marsh has got a lot of carrot.
Imagine they have the weather for sugarcane.
Yeah, exactly. Wonder if you'd be able to plant sugarcane in some of the other places like Westbridge Hills and stuff like that. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to, but it would just look strange, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because I mean, they'd have to go back and update the maps to do it because to add in the foliage layers, you've actually got to add it into the map. But so I would, but it's going to throw off the like if you've got stuff like I have where you've got these other crops in it, may throw everything off. So you may have to kind of go back and redo the entire thing. Not that I'd want to put sugarcane on this map.
Yeah, it might seem a bit out of place.
Yeah. Although I think they've got it on Paradise Valley. I think he's got sugarcane on there.
Is this running still? Yeah, it totally is. I can just hear it running.
He's harvesting it with just a regular harvester.
Sugarcane in Westbridge Hills with a 100-foot header. Yeah, no, that's possible, I suppose. Just not right. No, you're probably right. With BGA's about to start running there, by the way, Spud.
Roger that.
And if you're up for it, I can do it too. We only have silage to put in right now.
Wonder why they're announcing these things so much earlier than they used to.
They don't want people to leak it, I guess.
Well,
like
because that FarmCon's going on now, ain't it?
Yeah, exactly. FarmCon's the
They
reason
probably
why.
want something to announce during that.
Bob, are you picking up grass, or is that just me following you for no apparent
No,
reason?
I'm picking up grass.
Okay, let me stop following you then. I was like, I was picking up the bits that you were missing. I'm like, what's going on here?
Do you guys get pine plantations over there?
What kind of plantation, sorry?
Pine.
Why would we want pine plantations?
Christmas
You know,
trees.
from pine trees.
Yeah, but I know, I'm saying, why would we want those? Just
We
for
have Christmas tree
I don't know.
farms.
Yeah, for Christmas tree farms, we definitely have that, exactly, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if they're considered plantations per se. But we definitely have Christmas tree farms that you can sell and whatnot. Or you
There's
can-
tons of those on my way up north. Went to a place where like all they had was Christmas tree farms. It's like, really?
Yep, people
Bunch of-
people have a whole business around that sometimes.
Oh yeah, I went to a school with a guy whose parents owned a Christmas tree farm.
Seems like lazy farming. That's a heck of a long wait before you get any return on your investment.
Yeah. You have to. It's a lot more planning though. Think about it, because you have to have like
Lots.
you have to have Christmas trees ready for like Christmas, so they have to be ready at that time. So you need the right height. So you need to factor in X number of years for that sort of
They
thing.
have sections. They harvest this section, they plant it, then they harvest this section. They
Yep.
do different sections every year.
I just mean return on your initial investment. Like your first plant of trees, it's gonna take like how many years before you can even get money on it, and then everyone after you stagger, it's gonna be an even longer wait.
And you get to see that cardboard
We
tractor.
don't just use pine trees for Christmas trees. We also use it for furniture.
Yeah, we have forests for that here, and they do the same. They do like a. What they'll do is they'll cut down a bunch of trees and they'll replant a chunk of them too.
Yeah, we have certain species of tree that we'll use for stuff, but I don't know if they do it on regular farmland or if they do it on crown land, because you can log on crown land in Canada.
I don't know how that works, but
It's called forestry.
yeah, exactly. Forest management.
I don't know
Franco.
if I've ever seen any actual farms where they have trees growing on it besides Christmas tree farms.
Unless it's maple syrup.
Yeah, but you're not really planting those for. Those usually the old trees, aren't they?
Yeah, usually you don't plant maples for that specific purpose, but I suppose it's not impossible, is it?
It seems like you have to wait till the tree's pretty substantial before you can start sealing its sap.
Yeah, definitely. You probably would buy a section of land with some maples already on it, most likely, right?
Maple syrup's more expensive than a gallon of gas.
There you
Well,
go.
that's 'cause- You ever seen how much bloody sap it takes to make an ounce of maple syrup?
Well, there you
No.
go.
I forget what the ratio is. It's pretty huge though. It's like 4-to-1, I think, maybe.
Oh, it's more than that.
Well, I think 4-to-1 is like one stage of it, I think. But it's pretty high.
I'm gonna pause for a second when I get to the end of this row.
There we go. Rosie was a mistake. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this mascot, Rosie the cow, but I can understand why they did it, but it appeals to a specific audience. Oh! Guys, apparently we're being too sappy in this conversation. But only in Canada do we know how to make maple syrup. Actually, an interesting little fact about maple syrup. There's only a few places in the world that can actually make maple syrup. It is, I think, Ontario, Quebec, and I think upstate New York, and maybe a couple other states. Maybe Michigan, I don't know. Vermont, yeah. There's not many. Apparently, this is a sticky topic as well, guys. Be careful.
Ian, you were close with the 4, but you needed to edit a 0.
40-to-1. I knew it was something with a 4.
Yeah, it's 40-to-1. So 40 gallons of sap gives you 1 gallon of syrup.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot. Also, Dustin says hello, everybody. Hey, Dustin, what's up, buddy?
Hello, Dustin.
Hey, Dustin.
Hey,
Hi,
Dustin.
I guess he's...
Long time no see.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's at work, probably, if I had to guess. This is a busier time for him, obviously. There we go.
That's good. He must be selling a lot of tractors.
Yep, making a commission. We need a money gift right now. Make it rain.
What happened to Big Bunny?
He probably fell asleep.
I thought he had a... No, that
4
was
hours of sleep, he said he had.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said something about 3 hours of sleep.
That's why I say he's probably asleep.
That's That's right. I forgot. Alex is the one that has a flight.
Yep. Alex is going to
getting ready
Spain.
To start his drug run, ain't he?
No. I think he's just taking a van back from somewhere to somewhere else. It sounds suspicious when you say it like that, but as far as I know, it's an empty van.
No, I think he's fine. We were just giving him a hard time.
Yeah, it does sound strange when you kind of describe it to people, but that's what it was. Dustin says he's working as usual. That's why he's not here. Well, good to have you in the stream for a bit. Anyways, Dustin, always a pleasure, sir.
Now, Dustin would be a good one to ask about the corn headers.
Yeah, Dustin would actually probably know. Ask your question again. He might, if he has time to answer, he will.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
it
would
was
know.
if there's a pull type corn header that doesn't cut the stalks.
Yeah. So it was the question is there a pull type header, or are do they all just cut the stalks, right? For corn
Yeah.
specifically too.
Yeah, corn specifically.
So
Has anyone tried harvesting the soybeans again?
negative.
Probably should do that.
Yeah, give
Well,
it a
I guess
go.
We're still in early autumn.
But we're day 3, so I don't know if it makes a difference or not.
It may.
Could.
We'll be down here in a minute. We'll run over.
Cool.
What was the problem with the soybeans?
They
Just
weren't.
wouldn't harvest.
Wouldn't harvest.
They're
But
not ready
the-
to harvest yet.
Yeah, but the season's menu showed that it was harvestable.
Well, it shows it's harvestable within that window.
Right.
It doesn't mean
in
that it's
window.
harvestable in that entire window.
All right.
If
So-
you bring up your actual menu and go to the actual growth stage of things, that will tell you the exact things that are able to be harvested and not able to be harvested.
Well, it showed it was in the final growth stage.
Yeah,
Or
but
at least
that's
it
not
looked that way to me.
final growth stage and ready to harvest are different things on the harvest map, though.
Oh, okay. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So-
well, it was dark green. That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's not ready to harvest
Yeah,
yet.
That's not ready to harvest.
Pull type corn head to pick the corn only.
Even though it looks like you could harvest it, if it's not into the yellow on the harvesting map,
Not
then it
yet,
ain't ready.
Yeah. Dustin says pull type corn head to pick the corn only, similar to a combine ? I think they use a picker style corn header for like testing purposes, I think, but that's about it.
Only time I've seen a pull type is the kind that's for
Sweet, like a
sweet corn.
yeah.
We have a lot of test fields around here for genetically modified seed producers. Maybe they require different
Oh, have
harvesting.
y'all ever seen the little bitty baby harvesters for the
Yeah.
like the experiment stations and stuff?
Yep.
Like,
I've seen those. They're funny to look at.
yeah, they take like 2 rows. The header's like 40 inches wide, maybe.
Yeah, never seen one.
Oh yeah, next time I see them all the time because we got experiment stations everywhere. But next time I'm around, I'll get out of my truck and take some pictures and send it to you guys. It's smaller than an average pickup truck.
Oh yes, please do. That would be funny to see.
Yeah, that would be funny.
I know there's
Yeah, neat.
in my hometown they have that set up sometimes. They have a pick seed, which is a type of seed brand up here, and they do that. They have like a little plot of land beside the seeding or the seed plant, I guess it would be.
Yeah, they use them a lot on test plots and stuff. You may see 2 or 3 of them on the back of a gooseneck trailer going somewhere to do this field. But yeah, they're pretty cool looking little machines. They got cabs and air conditioners, radios, and everything. It's just a little bitty.
Well, the
Does it
reason-
look like a normal harvester, just small?
Yes, sir. You may be able to Google it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we can. Yeah.
The reason I was asking that question is because some of the fields around here are cut nice, like maybe 8 to 10 inch, 12 inch stock or whatever. And other ones, it's like the guys' cutters weren't working, and there's like some of the stalks are like 2 feet tall, some of them are like 10 inches, some of them like a full size stalk, but the cobs are all missing. So it's like the corn header doesn't actually cutting the stalks; it's just pulling the material off of them.
And this was recently you saw this?
Every year,
I love to see that. I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah, the fields end up looking like a mess because the corn stalks are all different lengths.
But would the corn regrow on those same stalks?
No, the stalks are dead by the time they harvest. Like, they're brown.
And why would you want to leave them?
I don't know. That's why I didn't know if there was a different kind of header.
Oh.
It was something they were doing for biomass retention or something in the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that then. It might just be for like edible corn. Ah,
Me, it's
that's
really
the difference
crappy.
between chopping and not chopping corn heads, apparently.
All we have in Arkansas is field corn and Indiana, and we use both headers, Ian. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
You cannot run sweet corn through a combine, I don't believe. Dustin.
No.
No, sweet corn is a completely different type of
Yeah, it's too
harvester.
delicate. Yeah, it's too
Yeah.
delicate.
The sweet corn actually looks a little bit more like that sugarcane harvester.
Yeah, it's delicate. You can't.
It gets ripped off the crop.
Yeah, it would probably be.
green.
It would probably come out of a combine like soup.
Probably. I would have a feeling that would be a very delicate touch harvester that does sweet corn, because those little niblets are very sensitive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Oxbow makes sweet corn harvesters.
Yeah, it's possible. This is what Dustin says. So a chopping head has another knife that actually processes the stalk into a finer material. Some guys run a head that does not have a chopping knife, so it does not chop the stalk at all.
So all it's basically done is gone through the combine header and had the corn ripped off of it, and then it just glides underneath the header because it hasn't been cut.
Yeah,
And so now the question is, why?
probably just an older style versus a newer style, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the in-game chopping header, the Capella, you can put it on the combine, raise the header up, and walk around it and see the blades up under it. The header that's in-game is very detailed.
Hey guys, I'm gonna head out.
All right,
Okay,
sir, have a good day. Thanks for stopping by as
bye.
always. Sleep well, I guess, if you're going to sleep.
Yes.
So Dustin,
Later, man.
would that be a sign of people that have old equipment, maybe, that have all those long stalks in their fields, and then the guys with nice trimmed ones are using the new stuff?
I hear those chopping heads are very expensive too.
Well, we got some rich farmers around here. We got some poor farmers, so I just didn't know if it was the guys using like the equipment from the 80s or something that maybe have the stalks left in the field, and the rich guys with all the modern equipment that have the nice trimmed stalks.
Well, don't some people want to keep the stalks so they can chop them and use them as bedding for their cows?
Well, the chopped headers leave the stalks in the field. You can still chop the remainder and bale it as fodder.
Gotcha.
Brian, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, sir.
Most of the document specials I've watched on corn, they really want to get rid of that residue as quickly as possible. They don't like it. It's a problem.
Some
Yeah.
of the zero-till guys like leaving it around their field. I don't know.
Here's what Dustin says. Non-chopping is lighter and takes less power. Chopping processes the material more, but it's more expensive and takes more power. Chopping heads are never... Chopping heads are newer, sorry. But not all new heads are chopping.
Oh, so if you don't want to buy as big of a class of combine, you might get a non-chopping header.
Yeah, yeah.
On horsepower.
It depends on the farmer's preference, Dustin says. Cool, thanks very much, Dustin. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Well, the machine wouldn't be as heavy, I suppose, either, if it's not a higher horsepower, bigger engine kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly. Brandon also says less material with less wear and tear on the actual combine itself.
Oh, that's something I didn't consider. You're not processing all that stock through the combine.
Yep, exactly. Usually other stuff, it's like corn's a bit harder on a combine than other materials because you process a lot more.
Well, it's really thick, the stock. It's heavy material.
Yep, exactly, and that's why Donald was saying it's a problem. because if you leave chunks of it on your field, it doesn't get decomposed very quickly.
No.
Yep. They try
I've
to
seen-
immediately.
I've seen plenty of guys around here though, like bush hog their stalks and they just leave it on the field as like a cover. I don't know
Yep.
why.
That's probably just to give some organic material back, I'm guessing.
From what I've noticed, the videos I've seen, the guys were saying they're trying to harvest and turn that crop under before winter hits so it can rot.
Oh, these guys don't even turn it under. They just bush hog it and leave it on the field like a cover. I don't know why. I'm not a farmer.
Yeah. Bob,
That's what you see around here.
Bob, this isn't a 4X map, right?
Nope, standard size.
There you go, Bryant. It's a standard size map. Not available yet. We're still testing out things. That's why we're doing the BGA again.
It's almost like they've left straw on their field or something, you know what I mean? Because there's only his corn stalks.
Saturn V rocket.
You know, around here we got what they call a stripper header. We use it in wheat and we use it in rice. And it if you don't know what you're looking at, you can go by a wheat field or a rice field and it look like it's never been harvested.
Oh, hey, it just plucks all the...
Takes the grain
Plucks the
on.
head off
That's
it.
Takes the grain on, and you'll see tire tracks out there, and you'll be like, something's fishy going on here. You get out of your truck and walk over and look, and like, well, dang, there's no
crop
seeds.
circles.
Yeah.
Aliens.
Yeah, there's a guy in the comments saying covering fields gives nutrients and prevents erosion as well.
Well, maybe that's why, because we've major erosion problems around here. Because it's lowland and it's really flat. A lot of marshland that's been recovered, so erosion is a big deal.
Yep, there you go. Might be the reason why. Dustin's gotta head out, guys.
Later, Dustin.
Have a good day.
See you,
Dustin.
Thanks for answering our questions, Dustin.
Mow field 14. It's ready to mow.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Seeing that I'm in the mower.
I don't know if I don't know if it rots over time. I don't think. Bob, do you have the map set up for that way? So the grass rots if you leave it out overnight?
I don't, but the Seasons mod, I think does.
Does it inherently do that? I don't know if it inherently does that or if it
automatically does it.
does it. Okay.
If it gets wet.
I'm gonna go up here and check this soybean field out, see what it's gonna do.
So
Yeah.
will I mow it or leave it?
I've got lots of time. It's 8:30 in the morning, so just mow it.
Okay.
Anybody else want a combine? 'Cause I've had my fill of combining for now.
Sure. If you want to come collect grass here, I'm on field 13. I'm in a fent right now. I can unload this fent for you first, though, if you like.
Alright.
We'll switch.
I'm empty now.
I'm just following Donald.
Yep, no problem. I'm gonna unload this in the bunker, and then I'll leave the fent at the BGA for you. We're just collecting field 15 up there.
Alright, this combine's on follow on Donald, so he'll be in the same field.
Nope, I can't harvest soybeans.
Maybe it's not ready yet then still.
Yeah, it still shows growing in the main menu.
A different
Yeah.
John Deere tractor.
Where can I go harvest, guys?
You can go to 1, 6, 2, 8,
grab-
9.
I'll grab 6. What is 6? Do I have the right header?
6 is wheat.
Alrighty. That's where I'm headed, 6.
How many
Roger.
ponies are in this thing, Ian?
Oh, that one's like a 200, I think.
Oh, never mind. I'll use the fence.
And you gonna run this other harvest?
Yes, sir. Now you might need the overler for this too. I don't know where it got off to.
Did you ever get the Fent 1000 off the mod hub, Ian?
I don't think I put it on the server. No, I don't think it was a very nice one.
Oh, it wasn't?
It was okay. I didn't think it was great.
I can get the class 900 if you like. I know you like that one.
I'm trying to get a Challenger 1000 together, Americanized.
Yeah, I'd like it if they put more AGCO stuff in here, because I like the Challenger wheel tractors too. You said 15, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but Challenge doesn't really have very many. They don't
got
really.
a new one that looks really fancy.
What Norm was
They
driving.
sell a Fendt 1000 over here as a Challenger.
It's actually the same tractor, different paint schemes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But don't they sell the 1000 over here?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I'm saying. They have a new one that looks really nice. I think it's actually a Fendt body, but it's painted yellow.
Which field are y'all harvesting? 5.
You do have a
Oh,
nice
sorry,
Fendt 1000.
Okay.
Which one's that, Beavis? 2 headlands first there, Donald?
Yes, sir. I guess go completely around one time.
Which one is that, Beavis? I don't know if I have
Yeah,
a...
that Fendt Challenge or whatever, it's supposed to be the all-around tractor. Do whatever with it. Eliminate. Buy one tractor, run more hours, do more jobs. I
Yeah.
don't know how that's going to be, but
Still, it's a pretty big tractor. I mean,
Didn't Timberland
500 horses
leave the
too.
1000 here once?
you don't need
Ooh.
that big of a damn tractor for
That's a 700.
small jobs. I mean,
I
there
don't-
is no such thing as buying one tractor.
He didn't do too much with the...
I'm just telling you what they're.
He didn't do too much with the 700, did he? I have the 700.
If you're doing tedding, you don't need your big, powerful, heavy tractor smushing the ground.
And it's mainly focusing towards the grain farmers. They're not talking about grass farmers, cattle.
Fendt uses Caterpillar mowers in our...
Is there any type of right to repair legislation going on in Canada like there is in the U.S.?
Right to repair?
Yeah, so John Deere's got it set up so if you want to repair their tractors, you basically have to go to one of their authorized places to do it. But now they're trying to pass some legislation that says, no, you can't do that. If you buy a tractor, you should be able to get it repaired any place you like.
Oh,
That's in the States?
yeah. Well, I know exactly what he's talking about because it is a problem with some of the new ones.
Yeah, John Deere would try to do that. Golly, and I love John Deere. That would kill some farmers.
I've never heard of that over here. I've been a mobile mechanic, and we used to go to farms all over the place and fix it, and we were just mom and pop shop.
Yeah, I think it's something relatively new with like the last couple years of John Deere tractors. The software is locked down and you can't do any type of repair.
Yeah.
My John Deere Gator, I mean a simple Gator, they have to run you know what I'm saying,
Diagnostics, yeah.
diagnostics on it just like anything else. I mean, it won't. My Gator was acting up. They couldn't do anything to it. Yes, so it's going to be everything across the board with John Deere. They're trying to put a chokehold on competition as far as mechanics.
That's just
service.
stupid.
That's not
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
That's not cool, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just greedy.
The problem is farmers, they tried to get a workaround by buying the diagnostic equipment from overseas, and then they were able to find out what was wrong with the tractors, and then they would fix it on their own. And then John Deere said that if you use a non-authorized equipment, it voids the warranty in the tractor.
That's crazy. Didn't
And
he
I
do
think
much?
that's what they're trying to fight.
Didn't do much. I don't remember exactly what I did, Beavis.
This
That's
is
why.
wrong.
But you're probably right. Because I'm thinking.
You should be able to take your car. Like you can take your car. To
I'm thinking the
frickin'
700
Maine
versus
Tire
the
over here,
Puma. I think. And he did. I think he did a lot more to the
worked on
Puma.
as long
I
as it's
think that's why I'm
authorized
saying it
by
like
the
that.
dealer.
I don't remember the
They're
offhand.
also trying to do something with when you purchase a John Deere tractor, you actually don't own it. They're trying to say you don't have the rights to
dumb.
do whatever you want to with it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Well, let me
that's
ask you
not
guys a
gonna fly.
question. I've been watching YouTube videos on JD tractors. Some of them are 20, 25 years old, and they're selling for a small fortune.
Yep.
Does
Yeah,
that
they are.
happen with other tractor brands?
I think so, but not as much.
Sometimes. But yes, if you find a John Deere 40 series, 50 series,
Yeah.
60 series with 10 hours on it, oh my God.
Even
No,
more
man.
hours than that. Like
These-
you
these
look at like
tractors
1970s ones, and they're still worth a lot.
These tractors have like 4,000 or 5,000 hours on them,
Yeah, it's
and
Nice.
they're selling for a lot of money.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
not a ton of hours, really.
Not
Like-
for a
Well, it's
40-year-old
more than
tractor.
10.
Like my in-laws have a 4230. That's like just like 110, 115 horsepower, something like that. And if they were to turn around and sell it nowadays at an auction, you might be able to get like 20, 30,000 for it, if not more. Sometimes it's crazy what you can do with some of the older tractors. It all comes down to whether you can repair them or not, which is why it's like that.
But the ones that I'm talking about, I've seen were tractors that were brand new, parked in a barn, and something happened. Grandpa died or whatever. This tractor's in mint condition, still got plastic on the seats, just covered in dust. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
these
crazy.
tractors are working tractors, and that's my question: is it because they have such a high resale value, because John Deere's only authorized to work on them, therefore people know that they're good quality tractors still?
That wouldn't matter after
No.
then the warranty.
No,
would be
not
void.
that. Not at that time. No, that's to do with the fact that you can repair them yourself. Those older tractors. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
It's the newer
they're
tractors that
easy
you
to
have the
work
problem
on.
with.
Everybody knows how to fix them. They like the tractor, so on and so on.
Apparently, the Mercedes MB track, even with 12,000 or 16,000 hours or 160,000 hours, I don't know if that's right, still goes for 30,000 euros. Which that's
So
like
it's just because
that's
JD
crazy.
is such a high quality tractor compared to anything else.
Not necessarily. There's higher quality tractors than John Deere's out there. Like Fence are like
Oh, definitely.
Fence are like way higher quality. I think they're higher quality at least than John Deere's.
They say Fendt,
It's like the Mercedes.
Rolls-Royce
Yeah,
tractor.
exactly. Yeah, and there's Lamborghini tractors out there too in real life. John Deere's just like just universal, I think, which is why a lot of people go for it.
And they hold their resale value as well.
I don't know about that. John Deere has a high resale value in comparison to other brands. Higher, I should say, not necessarily the highest, but higher sometimes.
John Deere has a good parts supply though too.
Yeah, they do a really great job in customer service, which is why they're worth some more sometimes
That's why
because
they're
you
so
can,
expensive, yeah.
yeah you
They
can,
will get your part for you.
yeah, exactly. Like my in-laws, they have like tractors from the 70s, and even though the tractors are from the 70s and they don't make them anymore, they can still get brand new parts with them.
Yeah, you still get John Deere, brand new John Deere filters and everything for them. John Deere parts, they just keep making stuff. It's like the big three. Like you can buy old Chryslers and Fords and still buy the parts for them. Same kind of deal.
I didn't realize it was.
GM, whatever.
I didn't realize it was
Forgot
like
the
that.
three there.
Lamborghini tractors are basically Deutz.
Depending on what the
Better paying
vehicle is,
job.
like some vehicles you can't buy the parts for them anymore, but other ones it's like they're gonna make parts forever.
I wrote 16,000, not
JD's
600,
been
6,000.
around
Okay,
for
I
the
just misread it
longest
then.
too, right?
They
Yeah.
invented the plow, buddy.
Yeah, so, Fendt, they don't really have old tractors going back as far as JD, right?
I find that kind of a.
They do have some older ones, yeah. I don't know
John
how
Deere
old though in comparison.
Invented the plow. Maybe the modern plow. The plows have been around for ages.
The modern mold board, maybe, yeah. I don't know.
They invented the mowboard plow. I'm just speaking what's out there, You can research it if you want to get more detail.
Well, I'm just saying, like, plow is something that's been around since ages past, antiquity.
Yeah. He was the one that hooked one up to a mule or bison or whatever. Yeah.
Didn't realize we were on field 1. I'm like, wow, this is a huge field. And I'm like, oh, we're in field 1, not field 6. Fendt doesn't have old tractors. So, no, they do. They definitely do. I don't know how old the tractors go for Fendt, but there are some old ones for Fendt as well.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying comparatively to JD, if JD's been around that much longer.
I think Fendt's been around for a long time.
It's not always how long a piece of equipment's been around. It's just how well the dealer, like how popular the tractor was. And
Oh, you mean
how
like there's not many
well,
old tractors now of Fendt? That's what you mean.
How many third-party people
There's in
got
North.
into making the parts? Because I mean, if you get a lot of third-party manufacturers that make the parts, because the tractors are everywhere, then they're always going to be good resale because you can always buy the parts.
Beavis,
Or
when
if
was
the
the
dealer
618 or
himself
the 800
just
made,
makes parts
anyways?
for a long time.
It's funny that they are trying to limit what the farmers can do, because when you go into a John Deere store, on the counter is a catalog and it's got parts for every tractor made now. They are advertising for you to come there and buy parts. Period.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they want you to buy their parts.
Next
Sometimes it
time I'm
would
in
be
the
best
store,
to.
I'll take a picture of it, show it to you.
Beavis, when was the
I know,
616 made anyways?
It's got other tractors pictures in the book, but they don't have any names on them or any logos. But it's clearly a red tractor, it's clearly a yellow tractor. I thought, boy, ain't this funny.
Well, that's the thing. Like, a lot of tractors share engines. If like you can have the option to have a different engine in them, just like trucks. I don't know how much it is with farming equipment, but you can end up with like a case with a different brand engine in it sometimes.
Yeah,
so
sometimes.
The dealers will have the same oil filters. They'll just have different names on them.
Yeah, apparently I looked at the Fendt 616. Apparently, I saw something about 1928 or something like that. Fendt was founded in 1930. There you go. Thanks, Beavis.
Yeah, but were they making tractors in 1930?
Yep.
When was JD founded?
I think it was before that. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I mean, in cars anyway, a lot of resales, like how reliable the thing is originally, and a lot of it's how easy it is to fix and what the parts availability is.
Yep, exactly.
So, I mean, if John Deere was a very reliable tractor that had good part supply, then their resale stays up because people know they can fix them if they were an easy vehicle to fix.
No, I think they were trying to
Some
say
vehicles
about
are
newer,
really hard
about
to
older
fix
tractors
and
still
people
being
can't work on
available
them
and
by
stuff like that,
themselves.
Beavis. I don't know.
But isn't there also a lot of brand loyalty for a John Deere? Like,
Oh yeah,
I buy John
Oh,
Deere
yeah.
because my dad bought it, because my grandfather bought it.
it's the same for Case too.
Yeah, and over here, Case and John Deere, it's like you're a Case guy or you're a John Deere guy. And they hate the other one.
That's the way I am.
Now, Beavis. No, I think they're just curious about it, but a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't. It's all good. Would the average farmer really
You'll
want
never
to?
see red in my field.
It is what it is. There we go.
At least that's what you get around here. It's like, I don't drive red tractors. Sorry.
Let's grab this right here. Don't know if Donald's doing that. Oh my God, Jason around since my great-grandfather was driving GD through the snow, uphill both ways.
Do you need me to pick that up, or if you pick it up, will it turn into silage when you dump it in there?
Yeah. Alright.
You guys can keep your Case and John Deere's. I'll stick with Kubota.
Kubota. Go for it, man. They make some great compact tractors. They're used a lot around here for snow removal, actually.
Well, that's what I'm talking. Like, if you're gonna work with a big piece of equipment, you just can't use Kubota because the tractors aren't big enough.
Not yet.
It's is better than all of them.
Exactly. Kirovitz has been around forever.
Yeah, if you live in Russia.
I don't. Wonder if we can get Kirovitz in. I guess our North America's equivalent of the Kirovitz would probably be the Big Bud. I guess.
Well, there's not that many of them. Was Kirovitz just like a brand that was everywhere? Because Big Bud wouldn't really match up because there's so few of them.
That's true. That's true. That's the only thing I can think of, though. But Kirovitz is the good one, though.
I mean, I would almost, if Kirovitz are everywhere, they might almost be more like John Deere's over there.
Well, I think what you see a lot more in like that neck of the woods and like is probably the like tractors like that have been around for a long time that still run. Like they're workhorses, I guess you'd call them. That's a nice zero turn, by the way, there, Donald.
That little guy there really gets it.
Do you have the full size version of that, I guess?
Yeah, I got two of them.
Yeah, those things are fantastic. They work so well. They get a lot of work done.
Like the zero turns.
I've been driving
Kinda
pretty much
weird
over
to
it.
get used
There's
to it first, but
much
once
of a
you get the hang of
difference
them,
in
they're
modern
like a
tractors.
really
Usually
good.
farmers pick their brand with on dealerships coastal. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about all of them, but you can.
Kirovitz
but you can have
would
them
more
all
compare
in
to a
close
versatile
together.
size-wise. Oh, okay.
Your hand, my
I wasn't
hands
sure.
are big. You can put your hand right in the center and drive it with just one hand.
Yeah,
A lot of the other ones are so stiff and rigid, you can't drive it with one hand.
yeah, I've only ever driven the John Deere auto or zero turn because that's what my boss had at the time, so I liked it.
Apparently the curvets would compare to versatile in terms of size.
Well, I wasn't talking about size, I was talking about popularity. Like, is it really popular over there where there's curvets everywhere? Or
Yeah, I don't know about that.
one
or
at
are
a
they
tractor
sort
pull.
of or are they an oddball thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you saw curvets at a tractor pull in North America?
Oh no.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, how did the heck that?
Country it was in. No.
No, I've seen those in the tractor pulls. I spent like one afternoon with some buddies watching like curvets tractor pulls, like, you know, curvets versus this or curvets tractor pulls, and they're like all over the place in some of those tractor pulls.
That's funny.
Well, that's what I'm
Norm,
wondering.
if you've never seen that, go YouTube like curvets like tractor pull, and you'll see what they're able to do. It's pretty crazy.
They've obviously
Definitely gotta look at
It's a rabbit hole though, so be careful.
They
Yeah,
spit black smoke all over the place, like a bloody steam engine.
It's just real slow and a lot of power.
Yeah, a lot of weight on the tires and just pulling power.
Yeah.
A lot of torque, I guess, would be the right word, not horsepower per se. Some people corrected me that last time. They're like, well, it's not about the torque, it's not about the horsepower, it's about the torque. But that was
That's the
related to
thing,
trucking, though.
Yeah, but horsepower is a derivative of torque. It's horsepower, like horsepower is torque over time or something like that. So horsepower essentially sort of is torque in a way. But it isn't.
You ever seen the steam engines on there, Ian, pulling?
Yo?
Oh yeah. The old big iron wheel steam engines pulling.
I could imagine they would do a pretty good job.
But that's kind of why back in the day they didn't really measure the torque, because the horsepower is a derivative of it's an equation of torque. You know what I mean?
Well, 1-to-1.
No, there's a certain amount of horsepower in torque, or a certain amount of torque per horsepower, but horsepower is like it's torque over time or something. Like it's a measurement of work.
Yeah.
Whereas torque is just a rotational force.
Yeah.
So they're almost the same thing. Like if you have a really high horsepower engine, the engine itself, it's probably going to have a decent amount of torque because, I mean, you need torque to have horsepower.
Isn't
It's
torque
funny to
based
me.
on gears?
It's funny to me how
When you're talking torque of pulling power, that's more dependent on the transmission and the final drive or the differential.
Right,
than just
gears.
the engine. Yes. But the
They'll
horsepower
say-
of the engine, like when you buy a high horsepower engine, it's probably going to have a lot of torque because you can't have, it's in diesel, like internal combustion engines, it's hard to have high horsepower without some amount of torque accompanying it, unless it's a really small engine.
Back in the day, we had
funny to me
horses.
how, you know, they're like Ford to put out a new F-250, and they'll tell you how much horsepower it is, and they'll be talking in a normal tone while they're talking about horsepower. But when they get to torque, they'll say with a whopping this amount of torque, you know. So they really do put a lot of emphasis.
I'll have to listen to that
on
next time
torque.
just to see if it's with only 224 horsepower, but 5,000.
Yeah.
It kind of
No.
reminds me of Ian when FS15 come out. Holy cow!
Now, torque usually comes from your displacement of your engine. So if you have a bigger engine, it's probably going to have a lot higher torque rating than horsepower because there's too much rotational mass to get it spinning real quick to generate the horsepower. Whereas a small engine like a 4-cylinder or even a small V8, like a very low displacement engine, will probably have a lot more horsepower than torque because it has less rotational mass to make it spin, which gives it less oomph because there's less. It's like having a heavy boxer hitting you. He's got a lot more punch because he's got a lot more weight, so the torque will be higher. Whereas a skinny boxer's got a lot of horsepower because he can punch you real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if your displacement of your engine is really high, it's going to be torquey. And if it's a really high horsepower, high displacement engine, it's going to have a lot of both.
Donald, you gonna do a third headline up there?
Well, I figured I'm gonna start cutting at the top and work my way down. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's what I was thinking too. I'm gonna close the stream up down here though, and then we'll continue after.
mean? All right.
Alright, be back in a sec. Alright, folks. That'll be it for me for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed the stream as per usual. Did a little bit of testing on the BGA. Did a little testing on the BGA today, and it seems to work rather well. And so far, we haven't had any problems with it yet. The new bunkers are working fantastically, and hopefully, we'll have the map out for the public soon. I don't think there's no big glaring errors yet. No big glaring errors yet, but it seems to be pretty good so far. So, anyways, my name is Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed this stream. We stream every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I hope to see you there next week. And I'll catch you guys later. Let's do a little waiting time. Drink some water.